Hello, yes, hi, and welcome to the Dark Knight Conspiracies, episode 41 Panic in DC. So, the impeachment trial concluded at 10 a.m. this morning, and everybody thought this was going to be a clear and cut day, that they would have closing arguments and, a short debate on and vote on whether or not to have witnesses. Well, we got the monkey wrench thrown in, and this is breaking news, folks. The monkey wrench has been thrown into the works. Out of nowhere, the House managers, Jamie Raskin, steps up and says he wants to, because of late breaking news last night, he wants to depose a witness who basically was hearsay over a conversation she supposedly had with minority leader Kevin McCarthy about a phone call he had with Trump asking for help in DC. And I will leave the links. And this article here will basically explain. I'm not going to go through all of it, but panic is going on right now. They're in recess. Obviously, Majority Leader Schumer got caught off guard with this. Nobody was expecting it. They previously agreed there would be no witnesses called. Now, all of a sudden, they want to open up the can of worms. So then when they voted, the vote was 55 to 45. Actually, 54 to 46. Then Lindsey Graham stepped up and said, I'd like to change my vote to yes, making it 55 to 45. Now, I know how most people feel about Lindsey Graham, but it's been reported that he was out there on the news last night and made a reference that if Democrats want to call witnesses, we're going to bring down the thunder. And of course, the first witness the Trump lawyers are going to want is Nancy Pelosi. Very interesting. Now, this is a complicated process. It's not like they just, both sides, like a normal court, get to put on their witnesses. Each witness has to be voted upon for deposition. So this is going to be interesting how this plays out. And let me just remind people, we're operating in Washington, D.C., okay? A foreign country, by all accounts. This is not, even if this was like a normal state, which it somewhat is, Trump does not have the ability to call in the National Guard. And this is the misconception people are missing. It's no different than what we saw in Seattle, Portland, Minnesota, New York, yada, yada, yada. It's up to the mayors and the governors to call in the National Guard. The president does not have any authority unless there is a national emergency previously established. And one of them being the number one issue is we are at war, which we somewhat are. So this is going to blow up in their faces. Now, it's being reported on TV and some other websites that Schumer got caught off guard and he is fuming. They do not want to open up this can of worms, because this will open up all kind of evidence, who a lot of us thought the Trump lawyers should have brought up because it's open sourced knowledge. You know, my biggest complaint with the Trump lawyers over these last couple days is their claim that this was all premeditated and pre-planned. Now, my initial reaction was, well, the FBI has arrested over 200 individuals associated with this insurrection, as they call it. But it's obviously available information. It's been all over the internet. These members have been identified as leaders or party to Antifa, Black Lives Matter. I mean, these arrest records are available. I don't understand why the Trump lawyers didn't bring this information out into fruition, but maybe this was the bigger game plan. This is getting fascinating. And I want to go to the 17 Intel board. And I apologize for not having this readily available, but if you would look up Drop 700, it's dated February 9th, 2018. 4 quick sentences. Next week, next week, next week, suicide weekend. Did Q predict that this impeachment trial was going to go on longer than we thought? Well, we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But that's my breaking news update. I will keep in tune. Senate is supposed to come back after recess around 12:30. I will be tuning in and hopefully providing further updates throughout the day. As always, stay strong, stay safe, stay vigilant. Until next time, same bat time, same bat channel. Good night, everybody.